Welcome back to Life in I almost just said welcome back to It's Life in Progress.
Yep.
All right, take two. Welcome back to Life in Progress. I'm Carly.
I'm Ilana.
And we are still in Florida recording together.
We've done so much.
We've done so much, okay?
The most productive.
I think this is the most successful long distance relationship, partnership, business partners.
Agreed.
Co-hosts.
Agreed. We're changing the
game.
way. Yeah, we're changing the game.
We're
I was
changing.
going to say we're changing the world. I wouldn't go that far.
We're definitely not changing the world. I wish we were changing the world, but we're not changing the world. So Ilana, what's in progress for you today? What's happening? Give us the lowdown here.
I hate you. Guys, literally before we recorded this, I was like, we should think of what's in progress.
And you didn't.
Did you?
No.
No. Okay. Cool.
Our biggest stress, I know we said this before, is
we say this every time.
Every time we're like, what do we do for our in progress?
Okay. What's in progress for me today is trying to feel a little less paranoid about getting sick, about Barkley getting sick. I just feel like I always get sick, especially in the winter, and it's like flu season, and I always get the flu shot, and I still get the flu, and I know it's going to happen.
Well,
and
that's putting really bad energy into the world. Why do you know it's going to happen?
Because it always happens.
Well, maybe this year it won't.
Maybe. But
so is your in progress being more positive about maybe it not happening?
Yeah, like maybe I won't be sick all winter long.
Okay.
But that never happens.
That's fair.
It's just like hopeful but doom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. That's a good one. That's
Thank
a good,
you.
like, being positive about not getting sick.
Yeah.
My in progress today is
Look who's in trouble now.
my in progress today is not having that post holiday anxiety.
Yeah.
Because I always do. It's like getting back to my normal routine of just like not waking up with my family and being with everybody, and then kind of going back to my apartment, and I'm working from home alone every day because my fiance is at the office, and just kind of like going from 100 to 0. So we're going to work on not having so much anxiety post holidays.
I feel like this happens too every few months because like in the summer you were up north and then you had to come back to being in your apartment and Jason being gone versus like being at home with your family or Jason visiting or me visiting.
Yeah, because it's just so much easier when like I just feel so much better and lighter when I have social interaction, and when I'm in my house with my family, it's so nice even if I'm working. But then I go and I work for myself and I'm in my apartment alone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to get back into like the swing of things. Like, and once I'm back in my routine of sorry, I just literally scratched you.
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah, sorry.
What?
Our 9 a.m. meetings every morning.
Why does Carly hate me?
Yeah, literally. But once I get back into my routine, I think we'll be good. But
I think so too.
It's going to take a little bit.
It always does.
I always get that like weird anxiety feeling, you know?
I feel like also like going into January, like New Year, it's such a hard time.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. And there's all these expectations from resolutions, and it's like the weather's weird. I mean, at least for me, you live in Florida, so I guess it's less weird. But
yeah,
like,
you're going
in
back
New
to
York,
the cold.
We don't want to you can't go outside.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no.
That's going to be tough for me this winter.
That'll be tough for you.
Yeah.
Well, you can come back here.
Okay.
And then we have my bachelorette.
You have your bachelorette
in
soon.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to the episode. So, comparison.
Yes. This is a mishmash of topics that all kind of go together. And we've talked about doing episodes on them individually. And we kind of realized like they're kind of one and the same. It's it all revolves around this theory that comparison is the thief of joy. And I think you and I both subscribe to that and have felt that and do believe that. And we've experienced this in so many different aspects of our careers, of our personal lives, of how we view ourselves. And I think it's really important to talk about because there is this, as we've learned, this misconception about us that people think we're really confident and that we feel great all the time and that we are obsessed with ourselves and like always just feel good. And that's not at all true. Like, it could not be more
It could
false.
not be so far from the truth.
Yeah.
And it's so hard because I wish that we could show that more, and I feel like we definitely try.
Yeah.
But I don't know how good of a job we do at it.
It's hard because we're not going to post, oh, I woke up today and I hate myself today. You know, like we're not going to post.
Yeah, I woke up and I had a full mental breakdown today.
Yeah,
Like we're not going to wake up and do that every day because that's just not really what people want to see all the time.
Yeah.
But I think that's something really important to remember with all social media in general. Like
it's a highlight reel.
It's literally a highlight reel of your life. So in every aspect of your life, in career, in dating, in just anything. Friendships. Like social media is fake.
Yeah.
As much as people want to say, and I say it too, like I'm trying to be more real and transparent, but social media is literally fake.
Yeah. People are putting out what they want you to see.
Yeah. On purpose. Everything someone is putting out is so intentional.
Yep. No one's putting out a picture of them where they think they look bad.
Yeah.
Or their pimple is showing.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing I've struggled lately with comparison is everything with like wedding planning.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's been so frustrating and so hard to see everyone throwing these extravagant things for their weddings, for bridal parties, bachelorette, like bridesmaids proposals. And listen, I'm trying to catch up. Like I wish I could do, spend $1 million for people and have these extravagant events, but like I can't.
No, it's insane. It sets the expectations so high that we feel like if we don't have these things involved in our events, then people are going to be disappointed and we're going to be disappointed and our pictures won't look good and people aren't going to look at it and be like, wow, that looks awesome. And it's not about the pictures, but at the same time, we feel this pressure to keep up and it's impossible. We're not a Pinterest board.
I mean, I've never been so stressed than I was before my engagement shoot. And that was ridiculous.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Like, I admit that, and I'm sad. I'm sad that I was so stressed about what kind of vibe I wanted for an engagement shoot when literally no one cares. But because I've seen all of these cool engagement shoots on TikTok, on Pinterest, whatever it is, and I'm like, oh, I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do that trend. I'm like, I went crazy.
Yeah.
To the point of during my engagement shoot, I wasn't even enjoying it because I was so caught up in, is this going to look good on social media?
Yeah.
And I don't want to say I hate myself for that because hate's a strong word, but I'm very disappointed in myself for caring so much about what other people thought because that's what it's for. Mm-hmm. Instead of having this engagement shoot for me and my memory and for me and Jason and to show our future kids, I was so worried about how would this look on social media.
Yeah, it's about the perfect photo and the perfect video and twirl and making sure we can use it in our content.
And I'm so sad to say that.
Yeah. The number of dresses we tried on.
Oh my God. The amount of dresses I ordered and then sent back and then ordered and sent back. It's just, comparison's tough. Another thing that, I don't know if this affects you as much as it affects me, but seeing, friendships on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, of course it affects it. It's like,
but that's the biggest thing that used to really get to me is seeing people with these big groups of friends and girlfriends and doing these fun activities and
taking trips together,
dancing together, making TikToks together, just in this fun big group. And I'm like sitting there home alone being like, why am I sitting here home alone?
Yeah. Or even seeing other people, hanging out and posting on social media. And it's like, oh, did they not think to invite me? Did they purposely not invite me because they didn't want me there?
Was it intentional? Did they just did it slip their minds?
Yeah. If it's 2 of them, like that's one thing. But if it's 4 of them, like
what happened to me?
Yeah. Why did I get left out?
Yeah. It's really tough.
It's really tough. I think it's important to remember, again, it goes back to like social media is a highlight reel. Mm-hmm. And most of the time, those people also probably feel the exact same way. And it probably wasn't intentional that you were left out.
Right.
Sometimes things just happen. And if it was intentional, then you know what? You're better off not being there.
Yeah. And the same thing goes with dating. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was single and I would see on social media all of these couples posting again, their trips and their these lovey-dovey captions. And I'm just like,
I actually remember, this is when I was dating Jake and you were dating Jason, and this was like the beginning of our like acquaintanceship.
Okay.
We didn't like know each other, but like we followed each other.
I'm scared for what you're gonna say.
I remember seeing these videos of you and Jason like all dressed up and looking so cute, and I was so upset. I was like, well, me and Jake don't have that. And I was like, well, I guess it's because we haven't like gone to weddings yet, but we don't have that, and like they do, and I'm jealous, and I want that content and those videos and those pictures, but we haven't had the chance to do that. And it got me. I was so jealous.
Really?
I was so jealous of your and Jason's content.
What?
Yeah.
The content that I literally had to like force him to do,
Yeah.
FYI.
I was so jealous.
Oh my God, that's crazy. And here I am looking at like other people's content and being like, why don't me and my boyfriend look like that? Or like, why, you know, why isn't like he posing like that in a picture?
Yeah.
It's so wild, the comparisons, when in reality, it's all sorry for my curse words, it's all freaking fake. It's all fake.
It's all fake. It's all fake. It's all curated. But it gets to us. And here's the thing about it. And that's why I'm glad we're talking about this. And I'm glad we're talking about comparison and feeling down on ourselves and putting pressure on ourselves, because we're part of the problem.
We literally,
as influencers and creators.
no, we are the problem.
We are the problem.
100%.
And it's crazy that we are aware. We're so aware of how curated and specific people and what they choose to post is, but we still let it get to us.
It's crazy. It's like we're doing the same thing. We're sitting there being like, which picture looks better and which video will do better with the algorithm.
Yeah.
So we know that, yet we'll see other content creators and other influencers post and be like, oh, why do they have this or why do they do that? It's like, well, they made you think that. They're doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
What they're doing is intentional.
Yeah.
Another thing with comparisons, I know we're jumping all over the place, guys, but it's just like,
Are we?
I don't know, are we?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe not. Okay, maybe we're not jumping all over the place. Another thing with comparisons, and I know we've talked about this when it comes to dating and relationships, is comparing what you and your partner do to someone else, and there being this like quote unquote standard or rule. And I know we've talked about this in our dating rules episode, which people really resonated with, but the thing that always comes back to me is like people saying like, you know, you have to have sex with your boyfriend every single night or you're not in a good relationship.
Yeah.
And then you're comparing your relationship to someone saying that and being like, oh my God, now I'm not in a good relationship because I don't have sex with my partner every night.
Yeah. And then you get in your head and you could end up actually self-sabotaging your relationship or picking fights where there don't need to be fights.
100%.
What matters, the only thing that matters, whether it's with sex or the number of dates you go on or the amount of time you spend together or whatever else it is that you and your partner are on the same page. What other people are doing in their relationships has no impact, should have no impact on you and your partner and what the two of you choose to do.
But it does.
It does.
It totally does.
Yeah.
It really does.
But it shouldn't.
It shouldn't? Okay, well, what do we do about that?
We talk about how everyone's different.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we can do is talk about it and say that everyone is different and every relationship has different expectations and different things that work for each other. And as long as you and your partner are communicating and you're on the same page, what your friend and your favorite influencers are doing doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah. I think that comparing to looking on social media or listening to something on social media and comparing your own personal experiences to it is going to really damage whatever you're comparing.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to think that and I didn't actually used to think this, but like I would see all of these couples on TikTok doing these like TikTok dances and TikTok pranks and TikTok trends. And I was like, oh wow, they must be so happy and like fun and silly together because they're doing this. And like Jake won't do that shit.
But you're still fun and silly.
Yeah.
No.
Like that's where he draws the line. Like that is where he draws the line. He will never do a TikTok dance. No matter what I say, no matter what I've tried to do, he won't do it. And
Jason's
that's okay.
never done a TikTok
That doesn't
dance.
mean my relationship is worse than a relationship where they're doing TikTok dances together. That just means Jake has boundaries.
Can I tell you something funny?
Yeah.
So you know that the Victoria Beckham trend?
No.
What?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Have you seen the documentary, the Beckham documentary?
No.
Okay. you should watch it.
Okay.
You and Jake should watch it together. It's a really
Okay.
good documentary. It's like all about David Beckham and like whatever. It's a great documentary. Anyway, there was this trend going on in TikTok because at the end of their documentary, why can't I speak today?
It's a long day.
It's a long
been
day.
a long week.
At the end of their documentary, they were just like, she was like got up and like started dancing, and then he started like dancing with her. So there's this trend on TikTok where you like put the camera on and you put this song on and you kind of just like start dancing, and like either your partner like joins in with you and like starts dancing, or they're just like, what are you doing? And I wanted to do that so badly, but in my head I know Jason's not gonna be that cute,
No
like
chance.
that cute guy that's gonna like
in the world.
come spin me around and like dance with me. He's gonna be like, what are you doing?
Yep. 100%. He'd be like, are you good? Like, Jake would just sit there and be like, what are you doing?
Yeah. So anyway, you can't compare because I've seen so many of those really cute videos where the guy just comes in and like starts like cutie dancing with his partner. And I'm like,
no,
oh my God.
that won't be us.
I don't have that relationship. But like, what?
No.
Like, what?
I want to talk about body image for a few minutes. And I know this is something that we've wanted to talk about, but we feel afraid to talk about.
Yeah.
And we did talk about it on another podcast, Simply Intuitive, with our friend Michelle Pilpitch. And there was a really great response. And that kind of encourages me to bring it up here, where I think the reason we're afraid to talk about it is because we are like objectively, like we are small girls.
Yeah.
And so we understand that. We do.
We know that.
We know that. And people can get upset that we're saying in our bodies, that in our small privilege bodies, that we don't love ourselves, that we don't feel comfortable, that we look in the mirror and think that we're quote unquote, I'm not gonna use the word fat, but like that we don't look the way we want to look.
We don't feel good.
We don't feel good.
I mean, every time I eat anything, I get so bloated. I look 10 months pregnant,
Yeah.
and I feel that way.
Yeah.
But someone wouldn't look at me and be like, "You're big," and you know what I mean? Like, or you look bloated.
Yeah.
But I feel guilty saying that, even though that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And so many people have said to me, like, you know, when I've said, oh, I don't feel good in my body right now, or I feel like I've gained weight, people have just like laughed it off or been like, oh my God, don't even try saying that. Like, how dare you say that? You're so skinny. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I get it. I know I'm a small girl, but I still can feel that way. Like, I still cannot feel good about myself, whether that's like, I don't know. This conversation makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to lie. This conversation makes me really uncomfortable because I don't want to say something to offend somebody, but I almost feel as though I'm not allowed to ever say that I don't feel good in my body, or I don't feel like I look good, or that I'm like the weight I want to be, because objectively I'm small.
Yeah. What would you wish someone's response would be if you were saying to a friend, like, I feel like I've gained weight, or I feel like I look bigger today, instead of them being like, oh no, you're so small, like, oh, shut up?
I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe validating, like, okay, it's okay you feel that way. Like, I actually, you know what? I don't know.
And that's fair too.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I mean, because I'm thinking, like, my sister says it to me all the time, and I'm like, no, you don't. Like, you look fine.
Yeah.
Or I'll be like, it's fine. Like, we'll eat healthier tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know the right thing to say. I really don't.
It's really tough.
What would you say? Or what would you want someone to say to you if you came to me and you're like, ugh, I feel like absolute shit today. Like, I don't feel good about my body. I don't look good in anything. I don't feel like myself. Like, what would you want me to say to you?
I also don't know. And I think that's part of the problem is we don't know, like, the healthy way to, not healthy, but like, we don't know what a positive response to that is, besides trying to encourage, which doesn't feel good either, because then we feel invalidated.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just like, I know what you mean. Like, tomorrow will be a new day.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's so tough, and it's hard to feel like we're not allowed to feel the way we feel.
Yeah. I mean, I debated for a while even having this conversation because I feel like I've gotten a lot of hate for it.
Yeah.
And like backhanded hate. You know what I mean? Like from like friends and people close to me, because like, God forbid I say I don't like how I look in a picture.
Yeah.
Or like that I feel whatever.
No, and I think
made
that's
my
part
point.
of it, is that we're so critical of ourselves, especially being on camera all the time, having photos taken of us, doing video content. Like, have we talked about our photo shoot on here?
I think we talked about it once, but we can talk about it again.
Yeah, our Life in Progress cover shoot, the picture that you see of us on the cover, we took about 800 pictures for this cover shoot.
I think more.
Probably more. And it was the most depressing thing ever. Like, one of the sadder things I've experienced in my life, of like how I view myself.
We couldn't pick one picture that we both liked of each other.
Yeah.
Of us. Both liked of us in the picture.
And the current photo is actually 2 separate pictures of each of us photoshopped together.
Yeah.
And there were few photos of each of us individually that we even liked.
I couldn't pick one.
No, it was really hard.
Like, the fact that there were 800 pictures, and we knew when we decided, like, okay, we're going to just like take one of each of us and try to put it together, we couldn't even find one of each of us that we liked.
Yeah.
Which was really sad. Like,
it's so sad, because any of you listening, if you were to scroll through the album, you probably would be like, these are all incredible pictures. What
and
are
they
you guys
all look
talking
the
about?
same.
They all look the same. Like, they're not, there's nothing wrong with them, but we're so judgmental of ourselves. And
it's insane.
I know it's not just us.
No, it's definitely not just us.
It's not just us. And I think part of it, like, social media has obviously played a huge role in people just showing the best angles of themselves and not showing how they really look. And the fact that you can filter things and change parts about your body in Photoshop and Facetune and all these other apps. But also, like, the number of times in my life I've sent like 10 pictures to a friend and been like, which one should I post? And like, they all look the same.
They literally all look the same.
They all look the same.
And we all perceive ourselves so differently. Mm-hmm. Like, there were so many pictures of Ilana where I'm like, oh, I'm obsessed with this. And you're like, are you kidding?
Same with you.
Absolutely hate that. I would never, like, we're just so used to, I don't know. It's so bizarre. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And then another thing, just like in comparison, is also, and this is like not exactly with us, but on dating apps, all you're doing is judging someone's picture and comparing it to the next. I know this isn't about like us.
No, but we've been trained to be judgmental of what someone looks like.
So judgmental.
Which is why we're judgmental of what we look like. Because we know other people are thinking that too.
Yep. It's crazy.
Yeah. But what's interesting is, if I were to show you a picture of me, or if I were to show anyone listening, or if I were to look at someone on a dating app profile, we would never be able to guess what the other person is self-conscious about.
Never.
Whether it's a photo that I felt like I looked great in, or a photo where I felt like I did not look great in, if I showed it to you, you would have no idea which things I'm staring at, being like, oh my God, that looks so bad.
I'm curious, what's your biggest insecurity about yourself?
My arms. 1000%.
Your arms?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that
Yes.
you're okay.
And my stomach.
Answer quicker. So your arms is, you'll take a picture and that's the first thing you look at?
Yes.
I would never look at your arms.
What is it for you?
So it depends what kind of picture you're taking, but I'm really self-conscious about my legs.
So bizarre.
I know.
I don't even look at people's legs.
I know.
You have great legs.
Thanks. But that's like what my whole life is. I felt like I had bigger legs for me.
Yeah.
But I can't say that because people will be like, oh, you don't. You're so small.
Yeah. And I know I've also said like probably things I shouldn't say. Like, I know you've said to me like, oh, you're working out so much. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to look like you. Like, I have said that.
Yeah.
Maybe not politically correct. Sorry.
It's okay.
But that's how I feel.
No, it's like, listen, we're both very pretty people. Like, we're both very pretty girls.
Oh, thanks. You think I'm pretty?
Yeah, you
Thanks.
are. But like, it's okay that we sometimes don't feel our best. Like, there was like a 2-week period where I refused to post any content because I could not look at myself because of how bad my skin was. And then when that didn't feel good about myself, everything else just started not looking good.
Yeah, it snowballs.
Yeah. My cyst is going down on my face though.
Yay!
I literally had so much hormonal acne for the past 2 weeks. I swear, like, it's been a mission. But anyway, we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
You look great.
Thanks.
You look great. There's so much, like, we could have a whole freaking podcast about this topic.
I was going to say, what about comparison with social media, like as being influencers and content creators, just constantly looking at other people's followings and other people's video views, because it haunts me.
Yeah.
I literally do it way too much. It's so disgusting, and it actually gives me the most anxiety and makes me so upset. But then again, I actively do it. Mm-hmm. Like, I actively look. It's like when you go through a breakup and you know that seeing what your ex is doing is going to hurt you, but here you are on their social media still doing it. It's like, I do that.
I wish we were able to post and create content without having to be active on social media. Like, I wish I had an Instagram and a TikTok app that was just for posting, where I couldn't scroll the feed.
But would you still see your content views and followers? Like, would you still be able to see that? Yeah. No, because I guess you're right. Like, if we couldn't see anyone else's content or anyone else's
our
followers,
numbers wouldn't matter.
Then our numbers wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see my content and compare it to someone and be like, oh my God, I suck.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how we feel literally every day.
Daily.
Every day. It's also, it's this concept of, like, when will it be enough? You know, because we'll have videos that go incredibly viral and get millions and millions of views, and then the next ones don't. And so we're right back to where we started. It's like, okay, that happened. So what?
Yeah. And then what?
It's a vicious cycle.
It's
a cycle.
Literally a cycle.
And it's like, okay, like, you hit 100,000 followers. Now what? Now you have to hit 200 and 500.
Yeah.
You know?
And then I'm looking at everybody else who's way past that, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm never going to get there.
Right.
And then I'm just like, okay, well, I may as well give up and quit. Which you shouldn't. Which I shouldn't, but that's literally what I've been thinking about forever.
Yeah. It's tough. It's hard when there's a million different ways to compare yourselves to what other people are doing, to how other people are succeeding, and to where we want ourselves to be. And that expands way beyond social media, just this idea of comparing ourselves to our expectations and desires for ourselves.
Yeah. Also, comparing yourself to your friends. Mm-hmm. Are, like, if you're single, are you comparing yourself to the people in the relationships? Once you're in a relationship, okay, well, now you have to get married because everybody else is getting married. Mm-hmm. And then having a baby shower, having a gender reveal. Like, holy shit. Like, the fact that I'm stressed about, like,
your gender reveal party for
my gender reveal party for a child I'm not pregnant with, because social media, like, everyone's doing these crazy things, and I know, like, I don't have to do that, obviously, but, like, would it be fun? Would it be good content? Probably.
Yeah.
But it's really sad that I think about that.
Yeah. What I think about a lot is financial comparisons to friends. And I think this is something that a lot of people go through in their 20s and 30s, where we all start pretty much on the same playing field, and then people get different types of jobs in different fields and are making different amounts of money. And another thing I've experienced, probably more so over the last 5 years, is a lot of my friends are getting engaged and married, and some of my friends are getting engaged or married to guys who make significantly more money than me and Jake probably ever will.
Yep.
Or people who come from families
who
that
have a lot of money,
billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm. And they never have to worry about it.
Exactly. And that I'm of course happy for them, and it's not like they're just, like, quitting their jobs, but I definitely feel jealous and envious and a little, I don't want to say frustrated or angry, but it almost feels unfair.
Yeah. I know.
And it's not unfair. Like,
no, it's not. It's not unfair at all.
But it's definitely tough to be envisioning what I want for my future and how hard me and Jake have to work for that versus someone else who was in the same position and now it's guaranteed and they don't have to work for it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no, like, easy answer.
No.
Everyone has such a different life experience, and if you're comparing yourself to someone else, all you're doing is leading yourself to disappointment.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah. And guess what? Like those people who have a lot of money, like that doesn't mean they're necessarily happy or in better relation. Like,
but people could be looking at you and Jake and being like, wow, I wish I was in that kind of relationship, or
totally.
I wish I had that kind of lifestyle or life.
And I do try and actively be conscious and cautious of what I post of me and Jake, because I don't want anyone to ever look at us and just be like, oh, well, Ilana just like found her person. Like, no, I went through hell and back to get there in my dating life. And I try and emphasize like how hard that journey was to get there. And yes, I'm in a wonderful, healthy relationship now, but there was so much growing and so much trial and error and so much learning and so much pain before that that I don't want people to overlook.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Comparison, don't do it.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
The
Confirmed.
thief of joy.
Confirmed.
Literally.
Accurate. Correct assumption.
Correct assumption. Stop comparing, or you're going to have a lot of disappointment in your life.
Yeah. Should we do some would you rathers and compare our answers?
Yeah. Would you rathers?
Would you rather?
All right, let's hear some good ones.
Always feel hungry or always feel tired?
I feel like I have both right now.
Yeah, me too.
No, I feel like I always feel tired as it is, and it's like really annoying.
Yeah.
But the feeling of like feeling hungry hurts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like I could get used to that. So I think I'd rather feel hungry than feel tired all the time. But then I'm like hangry. So then I'm just a bitch.
I think if I was hungry all the time, I would use that as an excuse to eat all the time. Which I do. I like eat when I'm full. Like I eat when I'm bored.
I literally eat more than I breathe.
So I don't know. I do always feel tired. But like how tired and how hungry?
Yeah, is it like tired to the point of like I can't get up and do anything? Or is it just like ugh, I'm just like so exhausted today, but like I can still live my life?
And it's like hangry, like my stomach's grumbling.
On the count of 3, we just have to pick.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Tired.
Cool.
Okay.
Would you rather have 2 long front teeth like a beaver or have no teeth at all?
Oh my God. So like are the teeth like over your mouth? Like what does a beaver look like? I don't even know.
Like you know Chase's 2 bottom teeth that are sticking up right now? It's like that, but on top.
But like
they
much
don't have
longer.
to hang over. Just like these 2 front teeth. They can be in your mouth though.
Oh, so like no one's really gonna see them?
I mean, when you talk and when you smile.
So they'll also see the no teeth. I would say no teeth because I would just get fake teeth. Or are you telling me I can't do that?
I mean, in both situations, I guess you could do that. So no, you can't do that in either situation.
Okay.
I'll take the 2 front ones.
Yeah, me too. Because that's just less weird than having no teeth at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Beavers in progress.
We are beavers.
Would you rather drop a bad habit or gain a good one?
Drop a bad one?
Me too.
What's your worst bad habit?
Oh God. It used to be picking my nails, but I have stopped
I still pick my nails. I fully pick my nails.
That's a good question.
My bad habit is like picking
Yeah.
anything. Okay, this is going to sound really weird. But like on my scalp, I always randomly, I have like a very dry scalp. So I always randomly like pick at it and then get scabs.
Oh,
and then,
ow.
And then pick at the scabs. Like I
hate this for you.
Is that weird?
Yeah, that is.
That's just like my anxious habit. Like I just like go on like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And like I pick everything. Like even if like I have a cut, like
I pick everything. Like
just like pick, but like really my scalp.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I do that everywhere. So I guess that's
okay.
probably
That's
rough.
a bad habit.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to think of any other bad habits that I do.
Probably being on my phone before bed and in the morning.
Terrible.
I would
habit.
love to not do that. And there have been times where I've not done that and it is incredible.
Yeah, I have never done that. I wish I have.
Yeah.
I would love to be that kind of person that will leave their phone
In the
outside
other room.
of the room.
I've done that. It's incredible.
Should we like attempt to do that
Yeah,
for a
we should.
week?
Yeah.
Okay, my issue though is I fall asleep with TV and Jason can't, so I have to put my AirPod in. How annoying is that to fall asleep? Like I literally put my AirPod in
Can
and
you
like
do your computer on Do Not Disturb?
I could.
Do that.
Okay, so do my computer instead of my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah. 'Cause
Shoot.
you're not going to scroll on your computer, you know? Like,
All right. So are we making a deal for a week starting when we're home?
yeah.
Okay. No phones.
Okay.
Night or morning.
Cool. Great.
Great.
Okay. One more.
Okay.
Would you rather give up showering for a month or give up internet for a month?
Internet.
Me too. You're so nice. I'd love to do that anyway.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
But then are we giving up like
We're taking a sabbatical.
we're taking time off.
We're taking time off.
Not paid time off.
Yeah.
Just taking time off.
Sabbatical.
Yeah.
But we could use that time to be creative in other ways and build our empire offline.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah. But wait. Sorry, I have a question. Does no internet also mean cell service?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't contact anybody.
We'll get a landline.
We'll get a landline, but no one else has a landline. So how are we going to landline
We can
then?
call their cell phones.
Oh, true. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we're going to have to like write everyone's number down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know Jake's and everyone in my family's.
I know my family's. I don't know Jason's.
We
516. I'm on live.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say his number.
We, about a year ago, tried to memorize them. And we did a good job. And then phase 2 of that was trying to recite them drunk.
Interesting. Someone just asked a would you rather question. Can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have the superpower to shrink really small or to grow? So like,
Yeah, I see.
well, I know you see, I was going to say like either like you can be really small where like no one sees you.
Yeah, probably small. I don't know what benefits being really big.
Yeah, me either.
I guess I'd be strong with that.
Yeah.
And get to like get places faster, but I'd also like run things down.
It would be interesting. I mean, I'm shorter than you, but I would love to see like
What a tall person sees.
what a tall person sees.
Yeah.
And not having to jump up on the counter every time I need to get something. Also, do you guys know how tall me and Ilana are? Because people think I'm tall from
so
social
funny.
media. I know. Did you think I was tall before meeting me?
I would have thought we were the same height.
Interesting. We're not.
We're not.
I'm curious what people think.
Yeah.
Don't say it.
Okay.
DM.
We'll do a height reveal.
Yeah. DM Life in Progress what your guesses are. Well, now I said I'm smaller than you.
Well, they don't know how tall I am.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. DM Life in Progress your guesses on how tall we are.
I'm excited to hear.
Me too.
All right.
All right. What an episode. Well, you know where to find us at It's Life in Progress on Instagram and TikTok. Please go rate and review our podcast. Why can't I think? It's a long day. Email us questions, carlyandalana@gmail.com. Are you ever going to do the outro or is it always going to be me now?
I think it should always be. I'm happy to do it.
You want
whenever.
me to do it?
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Remember how bad I was?
Yeah, that's
should we like,
why I kept having you do it.
should we go listen to like one of our first episodes and see how bad I was at podcasting, especially the intro and outro?
I'm so proud of you. You've come such a long way.
I really have come a long way with
Yeah.
this.
Yay.
Yay.
Whee.
On another episode, we should do our roles because someone actually asked us that.
Oh, yeah.
Like what roles we have
Yeah.
with work.
Yeah, we definitely do.
We
Yeah.
fully have roles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's the intro and the outro. Okay, email us, carlyandalana@gmail.com. And please keep sending us monkeys to tell us that you're listening because that validates us. All right.
And share this episode with a friend who you think would benefit from hearing it. Share it on your story, tag us. All of that helps us grow so much and means the
Yeah,
absolute world.
it really
and
does.
we'll literally anytime anyone shares it on our story, we like screenshot and send it to each other. We're like, oh my God, like that's so cool and special.
I
And
know.
it makes us so happy.
I
So
know.
do it.
Maybe we'll have a little giveaway.
Yeah. We've been saying this for a while.
I know.
We'll do it.
We're going to do a giveaway, okay? Someone hold us accountable, please. Anyway, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.